Here we are with a new Tesla Powerwall installation. This particular client was a little bit picky for us. It was Daniel McCabe, one of the directors of GI Energy. He's chosen to put a strip light, as you can see, around his Tesla installation here, which is actually quite a common request that we get. Obviously, just to accentuate the aesthetic and the beauty of the battery installation. This was installed with a rough-in, which obviously makes it as neat as it can possibly be. So with a new home, we rough in all the cables, the conduits for the battery, the inverter, everything else, just to make it stand out in all its glory. The Powerwall is a very popular battery that we installed, 13.5 kilowatt hours of usable energy, which for majority of homes is generally enough to see you through the evening, coming home from work all the way through the night. Other than when you might be using a lot of air conditioning or heating or something like that. If you ever require more, it's modular, so you can add another Powerwall, pretty much go to your heart's content for the amount of storage that you're looking for. And the other thing that our clients really love about it is the backup. So on a single phase home, we can back up absolutely everything on the home that you want to use. We back up at the main switch. So if you've got 63 amp incoming, we just back up everything beyond that. So your lights, your power points, internet, TV, even air conditioning or pumps in some requests, where that might be something that's absolutely critical for the home. On a 3-phase application, we could put one per phase to back up every phase, or just look at the one phase only and then back up the essential circuits that you want to use. The discharge is 5 kilowatts, so enough for running pretty much most things that you want to use at night, and it's got an initial 10-second 7.1 kilowatt output. The throughput warranty on the battery, if you're purely using it for self-consumption and not part of a VPP or something like that, is unlimited. There's a 10-year warranty from Tesla, obviously for the battery itself. It's been installed now for more than 7 years in Australia, so very well known, very reliable. A huge number of installations with a lot of data, obviously, that has essentially made it the choice for most homeowners. The app that comes with it, that obviously connects through to the internet, is really intuitive. It will show you your solar generation, your home's consumption, state of charge of the battery, any power going to or from the grid as well. It's got storm guards, so if there's a storm that's approaching, it obviously communicates with to see that. It will actually reserve additional energy in the battery, not discharge it to your home, just in case there is power cut and you need that storage obviously to see you through a certain amount of time. If you purchase an electric vehicle, then we can also integrate a charger with that. That will integrate in the app, especially if you have a Tesla car, but the charger can obviously be used for any brand, and everything's just under one app. Really simple, really straightforward to use, and something that I know a lot of homeowners check hourly, daily, that they just absolutely love about the product. So Tesla, in our opinion, ticks all the boxes, and it's a pretty good all-round solution for most homeowners. It looks gorgeous, as you can see. This one actually, because it's brand new, we haven't put the stickers on yet, purposely for this video. So there'll be some warning stickers obviously that go on the battery for the regulations, and the bollard in front of the battery. But we wanted to present it obviously in all its glory. So we're sat with Dan McCabe from GI Energy. Dan, you've also put a Tesla Powerwall battery with the new installation here. Can you tell me why you chose the Tesla battery?
Yeah, sure. So loads of batteries out there now, obviously. They've become very popular in the last few years. Tesla's most likely the one that most people have heard of, or the strongest brand. We chose them because I would class Tesla as the best all-rounder. What I mean by that is it's basically good at everything. So some batteries are really poor with backup, for example. Others are difficult in other ways. Tesla sort of ticks all the boxes, in my opinion, really well. So it's very easy to use for the end consumer. The app's great. The backup function is really good. Installers love them. They look great, and it's worked really well. So we've got our essential circuits backed up. Our essential circuits are basically power points, lights and fridge. So if the power does go out, we can set a percentage that we want to store in that battery to keep for those power cuts. So that's really, really easy to do on the app. Anyone can do it, and it just works really well. from an installer's point of view, they're the easiest to install as well, that backup circuit. The other thing is the aesthetics. So we've built a home with the idea of staying for a while and then eventually selling, like most people do. I don't think we'll be here forever. When we do come to sell, it looks great. Looks good on the wall, and when people come to view the house, they'll know what Tesla is, whereas a lot of other battery brands, they probably won't. So for me, Tesla is just the best all-round battery. It ticks all the boxes really well.
Yeah, nice. And I guess the novelty hasn't worn off or anything. Been here a little while now using it.
I absolutely love it. It's really great. It really is. The app is so good, and I'm on it every day, literally 3 or 4 times a day. I don't expect everybody to do that. Some people will be on it more, depending on how much you like the tech side of things. It is a toy, and not just a toy, you can use it practically as well. So we've changed the way we do things after looking at our consumption and battery charge. We want to get that battery charged all the way to the top, obviously, sell as little back to the grid as possible at that lower rate, and then discharge the battery when we're getting charged more at night time. So I use it a lot. I probably won't continue to use it as much as the months and years roll by, but I will always use it. It's a really useful tool, and the novelty definitely hasn't worn off. I absolutely love having it installed, and it's just been fantastic so far.
Pretty similar feedback that we get from a lot of clients where we install the Tesla. As you said, it's obviously a very well-known brand, so if you are going to sell the house, people come in, they recognise that name, similar to obviously a premium aircon like a Daikin or Mitsubishi or a Miele oven, things like that are obviously very popular. And I was reading something quite recently actually on real estate that it said last year in 2022 in Queensland the 3rd most search criteria for a new home was energy efficiency and solar.
Yeah, wow.
So you'll notice on a lot of adverts for homes, especially in, I suppose, more affluent areas, that one of the main criteria that they'll actually bullet point now is the type of solar system installed. So European inverter, if it's a Fronius, Tesla battery, size of the system, because it's obviously what buyers are looking for, and with the price of power the way it's going now as well, just something that's really important, because you can say, okay, you can move into this beautiful home and you've got a system there that's capable of covering $1,000 a quarter, $1,500 a quarter potentially, obviously depending on how you use your power. So we've noticed a huge uptick in inquiries for storage, particularly on this last power price increase, because it's obviously getting to that stage now where batteries are able to deliver a pretty impressive ROI, and obviously backup as well is becoming something that's very important to a lot of homeowners. So yeah, as you said, I think I agree, pretty much the all-rounder really for what people are looking for, and the reliability as well.
It's a great product. We're extremely happy with it. The only slight downside with the Tesla is it's a little bit more expensive than a lot of other battery brands, but you do get what you pay for all the reasons we've discussed. I think it's the best battery if you can afford to pay a little bit more for it, and you don't mind paying a little bit more for it. The only other slight downside is it's not modular like some batteries, so some you can go in 2.5, 2.7 kilowatt hour increments and update your battery. With Tesla, you need to add a whole new Powerwall, so a significant amount of storage each time you want to upgrade. Aside from that, it's the best all-rounder, and we love it.
And I guess the Powerwall itself is 13.5 kilowatt hours, fully usable. So for a lot of homes, unless you are using a lot of aircon at night or something else that's using a lot of power, it will cover the majority of your evening usage and your night usage. I've got a slightly smaller battery at home, and I tend to need another 4 or 5 kilowatt hours, so that would take me to an average of about 14 or 15. So the Tesla would literally be just around that sweet spot. And you mentioned the app as well. The feedback that we get from a lot of clients is how intuitive the app is. We've got the storm guard as well, so if there is a storm that's approaching, particularly in summer when we get some pretty severe storms, the battery can program itself to retain more of the stored capacity in the battery, so it's not discharging it for just your general home usage. It will retain it in case there's going to be a power cut. Yeah. And you can play around with all these the parameters and the settings. So definitely one of those that if you're really into that sort of side, it certainly ticks those boxes. If you're not, it just does it in the background anyway. So it's a really reliable product for that side as well. The backup side we love, the installers love. We've got the gateway, you can just do full backup for your essentials or pretty much whatever you really want to do. If you want to back up a single phase air conditioner, you can. Probably still be a little bit conservative with how it's used in a power outage, but essentially everything's just backed up from the main switch, so it works really, really well, and it looks great. It looks really good.
Yeah, we're
really,
very,
really
very
good.
happy with it.
Yeah, awesome. So,